Kevin Kinder, go ahead.
Coach, talking with Deuce, he said there's something about when the team is putting pressure on, even in the half court, that it just seems to translate to the offense. They run offense better. Obviously, get some run outs, hopefully, off of that. Is that something that you may have to do more of and earlier in games?
I don't think so. I mean, we've been trying to stress ball pressure. We've stressed ball pressure since I got here, but I don't think we need to extend it all that far. I thought Keedy did an unbelievable job for us today, coming off the bench, and he just gives us another guy who's got really good foot quickness and he's really fast. So he gets to the ball so much faster than what some of our other guys do. And we're a little dinged up. I mean, that comes with it. So we got some guys with some toe problems and so forth. So it's kind of it's limited to their mobility, I guess, a little bit.
Charles Montgomery.
Coach Taz Sherman is obviously starting to cement himself as the sixth man on this team with his easily his two performances tonight and then Saturday. Just can you speak on what he does for you guys coming off the bench and contributing 20 points again tonight?
He scores the ball for us. We've for whatever reason we've struggled from the perimeter, and he's been our most consistent perimeter shooter. And Sean's fighting a bad toe, and so he's having a hard time stepping into shots. And so, yeah, him coming in because it was just before it was almost we were relying so much on Deuce, but you put him in the same backcourt with Deuce, and then we can make some shots, and it makes a heck of a difference. And it opens things up a lot for Derrick as well.
Is Cody Nesper.
Coach, what was Derrick doing right tonight?
Playing hard. We had a little sit down yesterday, he and I, about how far he's come and how why do we not want to continue down that path, and I didn't think he gave us the kind of effort that we need to have from him. I mean, our guys look to him, and he's a guy when we need a basket, he's the guy that we're going to throw the ball to. So he's got to, and tonight is probably, I would guess, the most minutes that he's played in quite a while, maybe all year.
Justin Jackson.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned Kedrian a few seconds ago. What has he been showing you in practice? Obviously you gave him an extended look tonight. Just kind of what went in behind that?
Well, we weren't getting any pressure on the ball. We had no ball pressure, and so they were kind of standing around and picking us apart with open people, and their dribble penetration was absolutely killing us. And it was, Keedy, can you go stop somebody? And he said, yes, sir. And I thought he was terrific. I thought he was far and away the difference in the game.
Mike Kazaza, go ahead.
Bob, how are you?
Good, Mike.
I have a question for you, kind of two-pronged here. How much of what you're doing on offense is significantly different? I understand most motion basketball, but it does look different. And then secondly, what do you see in particular from the second halves of the last two games that gives you optimism that this could be all right, and maybe not only that, but sooner than later too?
Well, I think, like I said, that if we can spread the floor and playing JB at the 4, JB's going to make shots for us. He got in foul trouble today, but JB's going to make shots for us. And we can spread people out, which enables Keedy to get it in the lane and pitch it to open people. It allows Deuce to score more in a more one-on-one situation. And I think probably most importantly, it gets everybody off of Derrick. He takes a beating, but I thought tonight he was terrific, and hopefully we can continue down that road with him.
Cody?
Coach, on Friday, you talked about how important it's going to be for Gabe to stay on the floor now. He obviously picked up 4 fouls today, but how important was it that he was able to stick in the game even after that 4th one?
Well, we did that on purpose because the way the game was going, we thought we were going to have to get some stops down the stretch, and he made a huge steal. And the thing about Gabe is if he'd stop reaching, he can guard anybody. I mean, he did a great job on Likely, who was really taking us apart, and he guards whoever's really got the hot hand. But and I thought Derrick in the towards the end of the game, whenever they were ball screening and we were switching the ball screens with he and Derrick, I thought Derrick did a great job of sitting down and staying in front of Cunningham as well.
Kevin Kinder.
A little bit of a follow-up on the way you're using Derrick. It looked like sometimes you're starting him outside, and ducking him in after he makes that first pass. Ball reversal happens. Does that play to his strength a little bit more and help avoid some double teams because he's not starting out on the blocks?
Well, that's what we're trying to do. I thought initially if we could go 4 round 1, we'd be in pretty good shape. But Derrick is not just big and strong, but he's really mobile. And so after the Oklahoma game, we wanted to move him more and actually get him to screen a little bit, to get the other guys in position where they could get the ball back to him.
Go ahead, Justin.
Coach, you're talking about, kind of being able to spread things out a little bit more offensively. You're obviously going to get some points out of that, but it's going to be, maybe a trade-off defensively. I mean, it's going to create some opportunities at the other end too, isn't it? I mean, kind of talk about that trade-off. Is that going to be an adjustment at all?
Well, Justin, I don't think we could be any worse defensively than what we've been the last 2 games. We were until at the end of the game, we were horrible. I mean, we just gave so many straight line drives. We gave so many middle drives. It almost seemed like everything that we said don't do, they did. So we're going to have to get better defensively. No matter what we do, we're going to have to get better defensively.
Back to Mike.
Bob, down 19. This could have certainly ended up differently, and you're looking at 1 and 3 with 2 really good teams coming up. I guess very simply, how significant is the win tonight, all things considered?
Like they're all significant in this league. They're all hard. You look at what Texas did to Kansas, at Kansas. We've got them coming in on Saturday. It's a great challenge, but we've got to keep Derrick on the floor. We've got to keep Derrick on the floor. We need to keep Gabe on the floor more, and obviously we need to play Kedrian more.
Go ahead, John.
Yes, thank you, Coach. Can you just talk about the comeback and kind of and what Miles was able to do down the stretch? I think he had 10 points in the last 4 minutes or something like that.
He loves those moments. He loves the opportunity to take charge. And he got in foul trouble. We didn't play him as much in the first half, so he was a little fresher, I think. He loves the moment. He's a guy who doesn't shy away from the challenge.
Okay, Coach. Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
My pleasure.